statement or a kind of sermon from the institution of the parliament like this, like in this case, we will expect every up and doing employee to only respect that invitation. And on this note, I want to say on behalf of the House of Representatives that we have taken this on the point of perhaps giving them the leverage or giving them the, what we call the benefit of doubt that yes, the letter got to them late yesterday.
National Assembly summoned CBN governor. The bulonvan missed his way to Tinubu's house. Welcome to the review. During the week, there have been a lot of questions and argument debates across Nigeria. If the deadline day by the CBN will be extended or not. The National Assembly summoned the CBN governor to appear before them to explain to them why they never want to extend the date. And according to the National Assembly members, they believe that this is against the growth of the economy at the critical stage of Nigeria. The question is, in 2020, the palliatives that were meant for the poor masses were embezzled, hidden, for no just cause. But nobody summoned anybody. So who are the majority in Nigeria today when you talk about the growth of the economy? If you look at the redesigning of Naira notes and the deadline set by the CBN governor, issue that is long overdue. Nigeria should have redesigned their Naira note before now. But coming at a point where we have a month or two to a general election, this will go a long way to reduce the level of votes buying. But then, some people, as some school of thought will have it, that they are afraid that if this deadline is not being extended, then they stand no chance of returning back to power. Let's listen to them.
And on no account, I repeat, on no account, we will have a repeat of this failure tomorrow. No one of us here is acting in his personal capacity. No one of us here is acting for any personal reasons, especially on a matter like this, when Nigerian people and Nigerian economy is threatened by a lot of dangers, by a government policy of a government department. Then definitely those of us who are here recruited by the Nigerian people, those of us who are here working for Nigerian people, we cannot sit down to only look at policies of government that are not only unpopular, they are threatening the survival of our economy to continue.
The question is, will the CBN bow to pressure and extend the deadline day? To me, it's a yes, because definitely the National Assembly is the supreme institution in Nigerian democracy. So therefore, when they mount the pressure, he will definitely bow. But let's look at what the CBN governor have to say. He said that he has a bad news for those who said they should extend the date. Will he be bold enough to stand and defend what he is saying? Let's listen to him.
I must say here that unfortunately I don't have good news for those who feel that we should shift the deadline. My apologies. The reason is because, just like the president had said on more than 2 occasions, and even to people privately, that for us 90 days, in fact, we feel is 100 days is enough for anybody who has money or the old currency to deposit it, the money in the banks. And we took every measure to ensure that all the banks were open or remain still open to receive all old currencies. 100 days, we believe, is more than adequate. We called on the banks. We said, not only are we requesting you to extend your banking hours so that you can receive old currencies, but we're also asking you to keep your doors open on Saturdays. Ladies and gentlemen, the banks did not have any reason to even keep their banking halls open on Saturdays. Neither did they see the kind of rush that they anticipated. Oh, there were normal people who came in to deposit money into the banks. And maybe in the course of time, I'll also give you details about how much had come in. So we do not see any reason to begin to talk about a shift because people could not deposit their old monies into their banks.
Sometime in 2019, there was a picture circulating on social media and mainstream media how the bullion van found itself in the All Progressive Congress national leader, then now the presidential candidate of the party. So many people have to argue and defend. Sometimes they say that no, it never happened. But funny enough, we now see a stakeholder, somebody close in the APC, saying that the bullion van actually missed his way to Tinubu's house. And he claimed that he was in the house that day and that it was even not on the election day, it was a day to election. So if you ask me, what is the bullion van doing in a national leader of a political party house a day to election? What is the bullion van doing in his house? Now he said that he used an example of Dangote withdrawing money from the bank and all of that. But the question is this: are you supposed to, in any way find a bullion van in somebody's house? Take a look at what the young man have to say, and you be the judge on this particular issue. According to him, some staff are highly paid, so therefore the bullion van can actually go to their house to pay them. But then,
of the bullion van or no bullion van and all of that, I think that matter has been put to rest. There was no money in the bullion van. The bullion van that even came missed the address to have come there.
Okay.
It missed the address to have come there, and that was why the bullion van was...
But why was bullion van moving on election day? I thought there was supposed to be no movement.
No, it was not an election day. It was not. It was Rufai. It was. I was in that house on that very day.
It was the day before election.
It was not an election.
So it was the day before election. But why was bullion van moving everywhere?
The bullion van missed the address to have come there.
Okay. I thought your presidential candidate had actually said that what's people's business with how he spends money.
I watched it. He said that jokingly. Okay. It was a joking statement.
So the bullion van missed
the same way Mr. Dangote said that when he wanted to authenticate and get his mindset that truly he has money, he went to cash 1 million naira, brought it to his house, sat and looked at his money and returned it to the bank.
No, but I just want to get this right. You said the bullion van missed its way to come into the place.
Yes.
But that place is not a known bank, or was it a bank? I just want to get to the root of it.
There are some companies that have high staff that pay their staff with cash, okay, right? That bullion van missed his way there. Okay. And it was not invited by Ashwaju or anybody.